Hello friends, Namaste. This is the Sun Woman. Welcome to my Holistic Tarot. Here are your universal messages for the sign of Cancer. That is Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising. These messages could apply to Cancer Moon. You'll know if they resonate for you. We're looking at what may be coming in for you for the next 30 days during the new moon cycle in Leo, starting with the eclipse on August 21st through to September 19th. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on for Cancer. Keep in mind these are general messages, and if you want a personal reading, a private reading, you can contact me at the link that's in the information box below the video. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at what is going on for Cancer. What is the message? What are the messages for Cancer for this new moon cycle in Leo? Messages for Cancer for new moon cycle in Leo. What are the messages for Cancer? All right. I've also pre-shuffled the cards before I started recording. Just threw a couple more in there just to clean them and split the cards here for you. I'm using the Golden Tarot, a beautiful deck, and I'll be clarifying with the Golden Tarot, and after the reading I will do a closing card from the Tao Oracle deck. So let's take a look, Cancer. Okay, in the distant past we have the Three of Swords. In the recent past we have the Magician and the Seven of Cups. We have the Tower as the center focus here in the current period, and that would be starting on the eclipse through to the next 2 weeks. The Hierophant crowning and the Knight of Swords at the base of the reading, at the foundation of the reading. For the third week of the lunar period we have Temperance and the Empress, and then the outcome, the Ace of Cups, which is the final week of this lunar period around the 19th of September. Okay, and at the base of the deck we have the Lovers. All right, Cancer, so this new moon eclipse is going to be highlighting your second house, which is your house of your resources. Your finances fall into this house, assets that you might have. Your income can fall into this house, monies that you receive from anything that you give over into the universe. Okay, so financial compensation for your own efforts, your own skills, your own talents, those things also fall in the second house. So your gifts, the skills that you have, your experience, all of these things are also resources that you can offer to the world in exchange for compensation on some level, whether it be financial, whether it be support, whatever the case might be. So it looks like we have a lot going on here for you, Cancer. In the distant past, we have the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords indicates perhaps some kind of separation or breakup. If a breakup or separation has not happened, and we're talking about maybe over the last few years or even a year before this period right now, you may have experienced some kind of conflict or a detachment from someone in your life. Okay, there may be some heartache, some sadness. There may have been a loss of some kind. And with the Three of Swords on this card, the woman is she's crossing her arms, guarding her heart. So, there is a feeling of needing to guard your heart, to protect your heart from something. Perhaps it's protecting your heart not to get hurt again, not to get broken again. Again, it may have been a loss of some kind, and now you are in the process of having experienced that in the distant past and needing to heal from that. Okay, and maybe you are still in the process of that healing. Cancer is a water sign, so you're ruled by your emotions, you're ruled by the moon, and you can take an offense against you, a slight against you, someone hurts you, you don't forget it easily. You remember. No one has a better memory of the past and past experiences, positive and negative, more than Cancer does. So if someone hurts you, you're going to hold on to that. You may forgive them, but I don't think you ever will forget what you've experienced there. And you have a tremendous capacity for forgiveness, because you are very, soft-hearted. You're a very generous, very nurturing and loving person in your heart, and just your personality, your persona. But you can hold on to hurts and kind of even bring those things back up, if that thing is triggered in you, if that feeling of pain or injury is triggered in you again. What's going on in the recent past? Well, we have the Seven of Cups and the Magician. So I feel that regardless of what difficulties you've experienced, you've been working actively to work through them, to get past them. You have those memories, you've had stressful or painful experiences, but you are trying not to cry over spilled milk. You've been trying to salvage what good was left in a situation, whether it's an emotional relationship, a family relationship, some hurt from the past, some hurt from your childhood perhaps, or your youth, and really use your powers, use your skill, use your gifts to create a new reality for yourself. The magician is a manifester, so the magician manifests all the good things in his or her life. Using your talents and your skills to create a good life for yourself, so that you overcome whatever difficulties you've had in the past. And the Seven of Cups with the magician talks about having the ability to kind of weed out what is illusion and what is truth in your life, especially in your emotional life. So, you may have had many experiences. You may have had, your choice of romantic partners, or you may have had experience dating over the last year or last 6 months, gone out with different people, experienced some relationships, maybe some that lasted for a while, maybe some that were short-lived. And so you've kind of been, I'm thinking the word siphoning, but that's not really the right word. You've kind of been analyzing who and what works for you, and who and what resonates for you and what doesn't, what kind of relationship you want, what kind of relationship partner that you want, and what kind you don't want, what does not resonate with you on an emotional level. So you've definitely had options. You also may have had some experience with people who kind of painted themselves as one thing but ended up being something totally different. Maybe they've thrown up some illusion, and where you thought that they were the commitment type, or that they were in there for the long haul, they may have ended up not sustaining a commitment, or not sustaining the relationship, or not being dependable. So you really had to go past people who have not lasted, or who have not proved to be good for you. Okay? Now, coming into this new moon period, you have some really powerful cards. All right? You're going from the magician up through to the tower as the center event, or the center focus here, crowned by the Hierophant, another major arcana, and at the base of the deck, the Knight of Swords. So I feel like at this point, this lunar, I keep saying lunar, but it is solar, this solar eclipse may bring about situations, events, circumstances that are going to kind of shake things up in your world or shake things up in your life and bring about a situation that might test your patience and that might that you really might have to perhaps deal with someone. I feel like perhaps someone from the past or someone that may have caused you some difficulty may be coming back up into the current part of your life. There may be the potential that a situation that you thought was going to be stable, that was going to last, that was going to endure and create some structure in your life may get shaken up. We have a Knight of Swords here, and the Knight of Swords can be representative of an air sign energy in your life, which could be Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. The Knight of Swords sweeps in with his or her sword and can be quite disruptive, can be a disruptive energy. So interesting that this Knight of Swords is falling under the Tower, because what I'm feeling here is that you may have surmounted some difficulties with a relationship situation. And if you are not single, if you are someone who has been in a long-term relationship and you've really needed to kind of forgive, the injuries that you may have sustained emotionally in the relationship and kind of keep moving forward, even though everything was not perfect, try to, as I said, salvage the good things in the relationship and keep moving forward and keep trying to manifest good things and make good changes and positive, growth and positive manifestations in your life. There may be something or someone in the next 2 weeks that may sweep in with their sword, and the best word I can think of is undercut what you have built, what your structure is now, okay? Because the Hierophant is crowning. The Hierophant talks about tradition. It talks about commitment, structure, things that are accepted by society. It can represent marriage. It can represent long-term relationship. It can represent the, societal structure of the home, the family, the committed relationship, the traditional picture that looks picture perfect on the surface, but is more of something that you might be clinging to for the need of security in your life. So yes, all of this has happened in the past where there may have been disruptions. There may have been difficulties and stresses and some heartache. There could have been some infidelity. There could have been a third-party situation, and you may be in the mindset where you overlooked this. You forgave that partner, or you forgave that committed relationship in order to try and hold on to what is good. And now you've built this structure, as I said, that looks great from the outcome, from the outside. People don't really know the history of what's gone on there because you're just trudging forward and moving forward, to keep this brave face to the rest of the world. But if that situation is not built on solid ground, okay, if you're unhappy and you're just hanging on to the situation for security, if you or the other person are just hanging in there because you don't want to disrupt a home, or you don't want to, you don't want people to know that it's a failed relationship or a failed marriage, or that there may be, dissension, the honeymoon period is over. There may be an event or the intervention or the interference of an influence that could kind of set the whole thing off and disrupt your structure, your foundation. Okay. Many of you may be attached to a relationship or a situation for religious, because of religious beliefs. You don't believe in divorce. You don't believe in separation. Your religion does not condone divorce. So you've been hanging on, faithful and true, and trying to make it work and trying to make it last despite all of the difficulties. Well, it looks like, that situation may arise in the next 2 weeks. But as we go toward the third week of this lunar cycle, you have Temperance and the Empress. And these are some very powerful cards. And I do feel that Temperance can indicate a reconciliation. Temperance can indicate the balancing of opposing energies. It may be a situation with the Empress there that you find a way to, you find a happy medium. You find a way to keep the ship afloat. And perhaps it's for the family. Perhaps you're doing it for the kids, or you're doing it, you don't want your parents to know that there are difficulties, or you don't want family members to know. So for the sake of appearances, to your, the people who are close to you, who are supportive to you, you are figuring out a way to present a unified front to the people that know you and are closest to you. There could possibly be a, despite the situation becoming unsteady, or the relationship being tested, or, the destruction of a foundation or a structure in your life, you could find a basis of healing. Some of you, you might decide to, if you're in a long-term relationship, you might decide to go to couples counseling or relationship counseling. You may see Temperance can indicate a counselor or a someone who intervenes, an arbitrator, or a mediator of some sort. It could be someone, a therapist. It could also be a someone from a religious background, a priest or a rabbi, or someone who can view the situation from an objective or spiritual standpoint and counsel you on your difficulties, or counsel you on how to proceed. Again, for the sake of the family, or the sake of your legacy or your traditions. Okay. And toward the end of this cycle, there could be a renewal of love. There could be a blessing that comes out of this second chance, or that could come out of this reconciliation, where there's the possibility that the relationship is renewed. Or there also could be, a very emotional situation that you have to deal with together or separately. You could be offering this cup of love to another person, or to your partner, trying to renew the relationship, or they could be doing that for you, offering this renewal, this sense of renewal. So it could go either way. It looks like whatever is going to happen could definitely shake your foundations, and cause you to seek some kind of balance or assistance from outside of the situation. You could decide to be friends, and to, for the sake of what you have built together, Remain friends, remain calm, not allow yourselves to lose your tempers or to disrespect one another or to act out in a way that could be destructive, or undermine, the good things that may still exist in the relationship. All right. Now, at the base of the deck is the Lover's card. So, we're definitely talking about a relationship situation, a partnership, a marriage. There are decisions that are existing that need to be made. Someone's got to make a decision as to which way to go here. Do you stay together? Do you separate? Do you give another chance? Looking at the Lover's card and the Three of Swords, there could again be outside influence that's influencing this situation. Again, the Knight of Swords might be this person that's kind of undermining, and you have to make a decision as to, are you or the other person going to go with this new relationship? Could this Ace of Cups be one of you offering yourself to this other person or to a new person, starting a new relationship, new love, after you've kind of reconciled your difficulties and come to an understanding? It could be one of you deciding to now start something new, move on with a new love relationship or a new partnership. It could go either way. So let's take a look at what's going on here as far as the Tower, just to clarify. Let's see what's being done between Temperance and the Empress, and a little more clarification on the Ace of Cups, who that is and what that's all about. All right, so the Tower is being clarified by the Ten of Cups. So, we're definitely talking about a marriage or a long-term partnership that is being shaken up by the Tower. A family situation, a relationship that, may have been going along for years, may have built a home and a life together. There is some kind of shakeup to this relationship that is going to cause you to analyze and to reevaluate where you are going as a couple, as a family, perhaps. Definitely a long-term commitment being changed in some way or being affected with the Ten of Cups and the Hierophant. Let's see what's on Temperance and the Empress. All right, well, we have the High Priestess. So again, High Priestess can represent someone that comes in with wisdom, with knowledge, with understanding. It could be a female counselor. It could be a female pastor or religious figure, a female rabbi, a female, reverend, who you may be turning to for counsel, for religious counsel, for spiritual counsel, for couples counsel. Whoever this is, this also could be the influence of an outside person, a female, for the most part, who is very powerful, very compelling, and who may be related in some way to this Knight of Swords. You are being asked to take a very deep look at what is going on in the situation. The High Priestess is the female Hierophant. So interesting that you have the High Priestess and the Hierophant in this relationship, or in this, I said relationship, but in this reading. So a strong spiritual influence here. The connection between you and the outside person or your partner and the outside person could be very powerful, very deep, very emotional. There could be a strong sexual attraction between two people here, which, the high priestess, she's very alluring, she's very mysterious. So there could be a very mysterious female that is influencing the situation. And then the Ace of Cups, well, the Page of Swords is here. So interesting to me, we've got the Page of Swords clarifying the Ace of Cups, and the Knight of Swords showing up here. So I do feel that this Page of Swords is indicating something new. It is indicating a new relationship. I don't feel that this Page of Swords is referring to your long-term relationship. I do feel that the Page of Swords and the Ace of Cups are talking about a new love affair, a new relationship that is coming in. It could be you with someone else, with someone of an air sign quality, or it could be your long-term partner who is moving on to a relationship. This person is younger than whoever the main person is in the reading. So is younger than you or younger than your partner. Again, air sign quality, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. And the Page of Swords brings a message. So there is truth that's revealed here. There is information that's going to be coming through. That is, it may not be the message that you want to hear, but it is going to clarify things for you, and you'll have a better understanding of where you stand and where your partner stands in the relationship. Now, keeping in mind that this new moon in Leo is going to be highlighting that second house, even though I'm looking through the cards here, there are no Pentacles cards here. But what I do feel is, that second house, even though it has to do with your natural resources, I feel as though whatever is coming in to shake things up between you and perhaps a long-term partner, it is going to affect your sense of security. It's going to affect your bottom line. So there may need to be a restructuring of your finances, of your assets. You may need to find new ways of making money, new ways to support yourself. Because if this relationship changes, or there is a detachment, or the relationship ends, decisions have to be made in order to preserve your ability to continue on, to have your needs met. So we may be talking about discussions about support, perhaps settlements, splitting of assets, or sharing of assets. All right, so, I do feel that if the relationship does continue on, there is definitely going to need to be a long talk clarifying what your needs are and what this other person's needs are, in order to evolve in the relationship. If the relationship does not evolve, then it may indeed need to end. All right, Cancer, so let's just go ahead and take a look at what your card is for your healing message from the tarot. From the Oracle of the Tao Oracle. What is the healing message here for Cancer? What is the healing message for Cancer? What's the healing message for Cancer? Okay. All right. So we have the card Prosperity. And this is a beautiful card. Just a generally positive indicator that the outcome of this situation is going to ultimately lead you to a state of prosperity. What are some of the key words here? Wealth, good fortune, success, expressing gratitude by supporting others, and material possessions. So, this is a perfect card to receive when you have such activity as the solar eclipse in your second house, as I was just talking about investments, about finances, about income. This is kind of the exclamation point here, saying that the outcome of this solar eclipse is that it's going to bring you more prosperity. It's going to bring you more success, more financial resources, and a greater sense of security. So regardless of any instability that you may experience here with that tower being as the focal point, keep in mind that it is the universe trying to get all the obstacles out your way in order to put you into an abundant state where ultimately, you can be happy and safe and comfortable in your life. All right, Cancer. So great reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I wish you all good things, love, peace, and joy, and I bid you namaste.